Okay. Okay. Not sure what the hell just happened there, but that was weird. We'll say that. That was really weird. Okay, are we back? Let me just check here. Yep. Okay, hold on. Bro boy. Yeah, 22 years. That's good. Yeah, excellent. He deserves many more than that, but I'll take 22. Um he was such a proud boy during January 6th. I really can't think of a better son of a bitch to have that happen. Okay, let's see here. Let's head on back. They were having a discussion about how her ass looked flat in her uniform. There we go. Very sorry about that, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. Appreciate it.
Dinner with his customary ferocious appetite and bad manners, and then piddled magnificently on the drawing room carpet. Apparently, he has survived. May I have permission to go home, please?
The tailor will be here shortly. You get measured for your uniforms.
That won't be necessary. What I've got will serve perfectly well. Thank
you. Whoops. Sorry. God damn it.
Thank you, General, but no thank you.
You're a stubborn Irish mule. You're going to get measured for those uniforms. You're going to get measured now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Miss Sorsby. Damn it, Kay, I have nothing to offer you. Except that right now, I need you.
I need you, baby.
Don't say you didn't mean it, or I'll never forgive you.
I was going to say hello.
Hello, General. Right now, as you so beautifully put it, I need you too.
Oh my God, really?
I also need tenderness in the midst of so much horror. And so do you. That I can furnish.
Whoa!
We are both of us so terribly alone, General.
Damn it. Everybody calls me Ike.
Damn it, Ike. On with the war.
Come in.
The PM would like to see you in his room.
The PM?
The Prime Minister. We've gotten very chummy over a bottle of claret. Maybe it was 2.
I'll be right there. Now, the tailor will be here. Tell him to fit Miss Summersby for a new uniform. She's a disgrace.
This is weird, dude.
Prime Minister.
Yeah, so this,
I come in.
He would always do this. He would always do, like, discussions of people when he's in the goddamn tub.
Where are you, Mr. Prime Minister? Right here, in this concubine's swimming pool. The only reason why I come to North Africa is to take a decent bath. General, you must know that. With the bloody water rationing in London, it is illegal to fill the tub. And with the fuel rationing, it is impossible to heat the water. Given that combination, Mrs. Churchill sends me abroad at monthly intervals in the interests of self-preservation.
How will be right back,
purification ceremony is done? We're going to have a good old-fashioned Donnybrook, firing broadsides right and left. And as former First Lord of the Admiralty, I feel more at home afloat. Take a seat. Let's have it, each other.
Open fire.
I want to enlist your aid to convince that stubborn Roosevelt that he is absolutely wrong on a major decision. What I am referring to is the timing of the invasion of Europe across the Channel. Don't you agree that next spring is too soon?
Absolutely not. I'm not the same country boy you out-slickered at King Arthur's court. I've learned to tell which shell you put the little pea under. Now, you're reneging on your promise to invade France, which is absolutely necessary to win this war. And I'll tell you this, I'm not going to let you bamboozle me again.
My dear Ike, you cannot ignore the solid military realities. Forget the channel. I suggest instead a strike northward from Italy into Yugoslavia, and then onwards through Austria to Berlin. Will you hand me that, sir?
That's a political strategy, not military. To keep Stalin out of Western Europe.
General Eisenhower, mark my words. If the Red Army reaches Berlin first, Russia will hold half of Europe in its iron fist and will never relinquish it.
You don't win wars by betraying allies. Now, unless Overlord takes place next spring, as you agreed, I'm informing the Joint Chiefs I'll be no part of it.
My dear General, that may be the best solution of all. The leader of Overlord will be decided in Cairo, where Mr. Roosevelt and I are to meet. If you persist in your stubbornness, if the invasion is not postponed, I have it in mind to give its leadership to that brilliant soldier, Lieutenant General Sir Bernard Montgomery.
You don't have the authority to do that alone. You'll have to ask Roosevelt first.
My dear, I do not fret. I have no doubts as to my own power of persuasion. In all her wars, Britain and her prime ministers always win one battle, the last.
General. Mr. President, welcome, sir.
Thank you. Lovely day.
Yes, sir.
Okay, lady, you can get out of the car.
I beg your pardon?
Sergeant here's going to drive the president.
This is General Eisenhower's car, and I am the general's driver. I was informed the president was his guest, and I would be driving him.
Well, you've been informed wrong, lady, because no woman ever drives the president.
What's the Secret Service doing to that lovely girl?
True.
Sorry about that.
I say, Mr. President, what's that lovely girl doing to your Secret Service? Let her go, soldiers.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sergeant, start it up.
Never drove no lousy Cadillac before. They got the gear shift here on the steering wheel. What the hell is first?
Stupid sounds like you don't even know where first gear is.
Okay, Einstein, you're so smart. You find it.
I would suggest, Mr. Riley, you consult my driver, Miss Summersby. She seems to be very good at that sort of thing.
Yes, General.
They kick her ass out. Oh, some dame can't drive a car. No, they don't even know how to shift it.
Stupid sergeant here can't seem to find first gear.
Excuse me, Sergeant. Put in the clutch. You do know where the clutch is.
Yes, ma'am.
First, second, third, reverse.
Thank you, Summersby.
Up the Republic, Riley.
I may consider her for the Medal of Honor.
Yes, General?
The President of the United States has officially informed the Secret Service that you're to drive for us from now on.
Oh,
We're to tour some battlefields this afternoon.
well, please thank him for me. Has
Wow,
he,
16? Wow.
Has he given any hint as to who will command the invasion of Europe?
No, but he's expressed great admiration several times for General Marshall.
Oh.
All right, let's go. Gonna take a picnic.
A picnic? Oh, lovely. It's been ages. Who's going?
Just you, me, the dog, military escort, Secret Service.
Homeboy, you're
Franklin Delano
married.
Roosevelt.
You're married.
Alone at last.
What about your wife, bro? Is she gonna ask about the wife?
Winston was outgunned. The invasion of France will go forward across the channel as scheduled. Child? Child?
Me? Oh, good heavens.
You are a woman and therefore child. There's a lovely grove of trees, the only one
Holy
I've seen
shit,
for 50
dude.
miles. Let's have our picnic there.
Mr. President, we have a guarded area set up 10 miles ahead.
Rubbish. The closest enemy soldiers are in Italy. That grove is as safe as Pennsylvania Avenue.
He is the commander-in-chief, you know.
Over here, Malone.
Won't you come back here, child, and have lunch with a dull old man?
It's all right, Kay. I don't think that was meant to be a proposition.
Oh, how disappointing.
General Eisenhower tells me he may lose you.
Beg your pardon?
Oh, this suggested business of no more British drivers for the American military?
Oh, yes.
Why don't you join our army?
The wax? Oh, but that's impossible. I'd have to become an American citizen first. That takes years.
Not if it's by executive order, I've been told.
There are certain things I am allowed to do without the permission of the Secret Service.
He's gonna make her a citizen so that she...
kind of you, Mr. President, but
But
Bro, this guy is working hard.
there are some of us in this world who are
He
proud
wants it
to be
so
British.
bad.
No, thank you, Mr. President.
I told you she'd be difficult.
Don't you see any merit in becoming an American citizen?
You do make better coffee. Oh, dear. Even presidents must wait while Telek goes to the loo. You'll excuse us?
I doubt that I have much choice.
You can never win an argument with a woman, Mr. President.
I had no idea
Well,
the
I could have
sexism in
explained
this
to her
movie,
that there
dude.
are reasons for being proud of being an American. Proud that we're about to give Britain the best of America's youth. This coming spring to finally launch that massive assault across the English Channel. And proud that all Allied forces in the assault,
Vintage sexism.
including the British, will be under the command of one American, General Dwight David Eisenhower.
Oh, he gets it, dude. He's getting his
Congratulations,
invasion.
The honor was long overdue.
Thank you, sir.
He's finally
Hope I
getting
won't
it.
disappoint you, but you know I'll try my damnedest. But tell me, how did you convince Churchill to change his mind?
I did my damnedest, and that's pretty good, you know. Is there any dessert?
I did my damnedest. And that's pretty good, you know. Yo, dude.
Under the continent of Europe and in conjunction
Yes,
with other
it's a
United
bird
Nations
invasion.
undertake operations aimed
Miracles
at the
are
halt of Germany
real.
and the destruction of her armed forces. Oh. Happy New Year, Ike.
I certainly hope so.
General, it's your New Year's Eve party. Noel Coward and Gertie Lawrence are on.
Oh, right, Tex, right. No war in history's worth missing Noel and Gertie for. When my travel orders come, bring them to me immediately. Even if you have to interrupt all lang syne.
Right.
impale his solar topee on a
Bully, bully,
tree.
bully, 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 bum. Bully, 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 bum. Haven't any, huh?
But it seems such a shame when the English claimed
What are
the
they
earth,
watching, Bugs Bunny?
that they give rise to such hilarity and mirth.
They're watching the Disney cartoons, the band Disney cartoons.
Never understand it.
In Rangoon, the heat of noon is just what the natives shun.
They put their scotch all right out and lie down.
In the jungle town, when the sun beats down to the rage of man and beast, the English garb of the English Saab merely gets a bit more creased.
In Bangkok at 12 o'clock, they foam at the mouth and don't run. Bad dogs and Englishmen go
Out in the midday sun, the smallest of Malay rabbit deplores this stupid habit.
In Hong Kong, they strike a gong and fire off a noonday gun to reprimand each inmate who's in late.
In the mangrove swamps where the python romps, there is peace from 12 to 2.
Even caribous lie around and snooze, for there's nothing else to do.
In Bengal, to move at all is seldom, if ever, done.
Bad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday,
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 out in the midday sun.
Out in the midday sun.
I'm leaving North Africa tomorrow morning. As soon as you're okay, I won't be coming back.
A while ago, I wrote an absolutely horrible, stickily
Why
sentimental
is
song.
this a love
It comes
story?
back to haunt me on occasions like this. I didn't write it for wartime, but I didn't expect there would be a wartime. I do hope there won't be another wartime, but there probably will be, man being what he is. And this song will probably still be played. Soldiers being what they are, and love being eternal, or so it is claimed. And so this perhaps
Stiff upper
is
lip and all that.
will be remembered of my
Why
life's
is this
work.
a love story, dude? This is about Eisenhower. He's a married man cheating on his wife.
You again, whenever spring.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Again.
Time may lie heavy between, but what has been is past forgetting. This sweet memory across the years will come to me. Though my world may go wrong,
Yeah, she did it for the war effort. Yeah.
my heart
Took one for the team.
just the echo of a sigh.
What is fucking going on, dude? Show me the war room. Show me the strategy. What the fuck is this, dude? What the fuck? I don't want Eisenhower, man. I don't want some sappy ass love story. What the fuck? Is this about World War II or what?
You will take good care of yourself, won't you? Don't smoke so many cigarettes. Don't let the Germans shoot your plane down.
There won't be any Germans. I'm heading for Washington.
Washington. Ah. That means your wife. It's been a hell of an affair, this one. The Virgin Mary at Armageddon. Do you know you've never said anything to me you couldn't have said while saluting?
I'm not good at that sort of thing.
Are they banging?
I'm very good at it. I miss it.
Are they banging, or is this like an emotional affair?
Good luck, General. With all my heart. Good luck.
Thank you. Beetle, in the last 2 years that I've been fighting for the Channel invasion, I never once considered what to do if it failed. I'm considering now. My God, there could be 500,000 of our boys dead on the beaches of France. And I'm the one who insisted that the responsibility of the entire enterprise must go to one man, alone.
Is that what he had to say to that? It's the motherfucker's like, yeah, I mean, I might get 500,000 Americans killed. It's finally starting to hit me. Look at this guy's response to you got Eisenhower pouring his heart out to you. What do you say to him? What the fuck is that, dude? What the fuck was that?
It must go to one man, alone.
Okay, all right. Yep. Glad it isn't me, bro. Bye. What the fuck?
No. I can't go, you certainly not.
Hey, dude, the dog's alive. It's the 40s. Okay? It's the 1940s. That dog is lucky to be alive, okay?
The president is waiting for you in his bedroom, General.
Better not call me General. I'm here under secret orders. The Germans are supposed to think I'm in London.
Okay, are we giving the love story a break for a couple minutes? We're actually going to get back to the war.
You know, out there in the Pacific. That's that big ocean over there somewhere. My Joint Chiefs tell me that any assault on the main island of Japan will require a force of at least 1 million men. We can't spare Europe any additional landing craft, not one.
Damn it, Mr. President. That's robbing Peter to pay Paul.
We're giving you the exact number of invasion craft you asked for. You helped draw up the original estimates for the invasion of France across the Channel, remember?
But I didn't know I would be commanding.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that moment of honesty, Ike. You don't know how few there are like you. I will try to get you everything you need. But in the matter of shipping, my hands are tied.
Mr. President, how can I convince all of you here in Washington, unless we attack soon and with overwhelming force? The Germans will drive us back and gain time. Time to develop the secret weapons that Hitler's been boasting about. Rockets.
I know, Ike, I know.
They'll hit London, possibly New York. Now give us the landing craft.
No.
You're going to do it with what you've got.
Ike, I do realize the terrible pressures you're working under. I will do everything I can to make it easier for you to bear them.
Thank you, Mr. President. And I sincerely trust you get over this illness quickly.
Oh, I haven't felt better in years. I'm only humoring the doctors.
Dude is literally on his deathbed smoking a cigarette.
Would you take this to Miss Summersby for me? I promised it to her in Algiers.
Oh my God, give me a break with this She's
I
like
imagine
hotter
you'll
than Marilyn.
be
She's just the
seeing what?
hottest ever, dude.
Yes, sir.
She's got.
There has been a lot of
What?
loose talk around Washington, General Eisenhower.
Yeah,
I believe
Zio,
there
yes.
was even some innuendo in Life magazine. I want you to know I understand.
Did he
Now
get?
give him hell across the English Channel.
Wait a minute.
And Ike, I'll try to steal some boats for you.
Okay, wait a minute. Did the president of the United States give him permission to cheat on his wife? Is that what I'm? So at first he's like, "Yo, give that hot redhead coos this picture so she remembers me, and it's okay if you cheat on your wife, Ike. She's smoking." Is that what I just heard?
I imagine you'll be seeing her.
Yes, sir.
There has been a lot of loose talk around Washington, General Eisenhower. I believe there was even some innuendo in Life magazine.
Oh, Life magazine.
I want you to know I understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now give him hell across the English Channel.
Guys, did you know World War II was won because of extreme sexism and the strength of the patriarchy? Did you know that? I honestly was not expecting any of this. I thought this was going to be like, you know, Eisenhower around the war room for 3 or 4 hours. This is so melodramatic. He's like, he's getting permission to cheat on his wife from the motherfucking president. It's before you go do your invasion, it's cool if you cheat on your wife. She's smoking.
And Ike,
The POTUS seal of
I'll try to
approval.
steal some boats for you.
Thank you, sir.
Bro, that's a thumbs up if I ever heard it. Yo, that's a free pass. It's like, go for it, bro. I'd hit it if I could. If I was 20 years younger, I'd be all on that. God damn it, dude, the boys club.
Beginning to turn in this greatest of all global wars. American and Australian amphibious troops are landing on the island of New Guinea. Their landing craft rolling up onto Japanese-held beaches, pouring thousands of hardened troops into a battle that can only end on those other islands to the north that we call Japan. Revitalized since Pearl Harbor, now steaming to battle all over the Pacific. And soon we will be island hopping closer and closer to the main Japanese objective. And our troops flying the hump, including the Flying Tigers, are taking supplies and weapons over those lofty peaks of the Himalayas to Chiang Kai-shek's forces fighting the Japanese occupiers of China.
It was
On
such an
another front,
undertaking.
the Russian winter has shattered Hitler's hopes of conquest, as it did Napoleon's. And the Red Army has
As
launched
it
an
did
offensive
Napoleon's.
around
No.
Leningrad that is sending...
Okay. Yeah, Napoleon conquered Moscow. He got to Moscow even through the winter. I guess it was the winter that affected his supply lines that caused the riots. I guess so. But I mean, not to be a dick rider for Napoleon, but he did conquer Moscow. I guess it obviously wasn't good enough, though.
The Nazis staggering back into the snowdrifts of the bitter cold steppe. But the real crisis is soon to come, as everyone knows, when American and British armies launch an offensive from England itself against the continent of Europe. At long last, a second front is about to become something more than a dream.
If this had like 30% less melodrama love crap. Are we back to the chick already? Oh man.
Yeah.
Beetle!
Oh my God.
Made it at last, General.
Man, we can't get a break from
When we
this.
heard your plane was forced down.
Well, at least it wasn't the Germans. London weather.
We just got your message a little while ago. I think Kay went through half the stoplights in London to make it. Then security in this place is so tight, took 15 minutes to convince them we weren't spies.
It was worth it, though, General. For a while there, we all thought we were to be abandoned to the natives in North Africa. Terribly good to be back with you.
You'll never believe it, but I missed you. Now, where's the rest of the family?
I got some special permission from my boss. Wait till I tell you.
Authorities must remain in quarantine for 6 months. British Customs has declared him a dog.
Oh, in 6 months he'll go stir crazy.
Yes, especially if he saw the lovely new quarters the British are giving you, right near Berkeley Square.
The British are doing everything they can to make us feel comfortable.
Well, not all the British, Ike. When your plane was forced down in Scotland, we were taking bets that Montgomery had shot you down. He's been trying everything to take over while you were away.
Well, he knows he's in command only until I return.
I know that, and you know that, but not our Imperial General, I'm afraid.
What's he up to now?
The usual. Speeches, parades, press conferences, lectures to the primitive colonials. Wouldn't surprise me if he decided to run for king.
Oh, General Smith, only we British are allowed to make jokes about the crown. You Americans should confine your criticism to our weather.
Thank God you haven't mellowed.
Oh, not to worry.
Well, that still leaves him plenty else to worry about. Aside from Monty wanting your job, Churchill's still bent on postponing the invasion, de Gaulle's still sulking, and there's a new rumor that Stalin's about to make a separate peace with Hitler.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if all we had to fight was the Germans?
Oh, that's right. He proposes. That's right. This is that when Stalin proposes that peace with Hitler, and Hitler drives forward with the invasion.
Tomorrow. Thanks, Mickey. Just what I needed. You better get some rest. We're packing again in the morning.
Yes, sir. If you don't mind, I'm going to go to bed, too, I think. I don't know how you do it. We've been traveling 35 hours. I'm beat.
Yeah, I think it's time to turn in. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Good night, General. Sleep well.
Oh, hey, by the way, I forgot to tell you.
I'd like to talk to you about some things.
Yeah.
Care to stay a minute and have a nightcap with me?
I thought you'd never ask.
This
Gin and it.
motherfucker works
Always.
so
It's the only
fast.
British drink you know how to make.
Word to the wise. It's no good.
Hater.
You're going to get swept under the rug of American history.
Hate the play and not the game,
I
boy.
understand I'll have a lot of distinguished company.
Don't be
And
hating.
that still doesn't change anything for you.
He all jealous.
It would for me.
Yes, but then you're not a woman.
Yeah, bruh. Wait, that's the principal from Ferris Bueller, dude. That's where he's from. Dude, it's the principal from Ferris Bueller. Oh, born loser, this guy. He's all hating on Eisenhower, trying to get a little strange. What a player hater, dude. Yeah, exactly, Jidox. She likes it. Ooh! Homeboy works so fast, it's
Ordered to present you
ridiculous.
with a gift for the President of the United States.
Oh, how kind of the President to remember. And not hold the Revolutionary War against me.
That's because America won that one.
Cheers. Here's to winning this one together.
Kay, coming back from Washington, I made up my mind to order you back driving for 2 spats.
Just like that.
No, not just like that. Not just like that at all. There's been a lot of talk about us, Kay, in Washington. Even the president mentioned it.
Bro, you have
Is
a
there nothing
wife,
better for
dude.
American intelligence to do? I'm actually flattered. So, you've made up your mind to get rid of me.
Yes. I changed it back the minute I saw you waiting for me at the station.
Careful, General. You're in serious danger of becoming a human being.
About time. My God, if I ran the war this way, Hitler would be in New York by now.
In New York, he would last 10 minutes.
You don't have to stay on, Kay. I don't want to see you hurt.
Well, it's too late for that. I'm already one of the walking wounded.
You're a very attractive woman, Kay. As long as you're on my staff, there's going to be a lot of talk.
I can take all that. As long as I know I'm still needed. At least let me have that.
Oh, you're needed.
You're needed.
Oh,
When this war's over,
they're starving, boy. They're
I'll go
starving.
back home. I'll still be a soldier and a father.
And a husband.
Yes. Whatever happiness we have together will only last as long as the war.
My God, Ike. They raise a lot of corn in Abilene, don't they?
Well, it's honest corn.
My dear General Dwight David Eisenhower. I don't know what kind of women have been in love with you before, but this woman loves with all her heart, which is why she's always hurt, but lovely, lovely days between.
Then you'll stay around.
You continue to do your job, which is nothing short of saving decency and honor and the England I love. And I will do mine, which is infinitely less.
Yeah,
Simply
yeah,
involves
Jidox. Well,
loving you so much that I don't care at all what happens to me.
the modern Republican Party is overtly fascist, regardless what they say. So yeah, there's a big difference between Eisenhower and a modern Republican.
Thank you.
Is
Shakespeare
this
couldn't have put it.
is this the whole thing? This fucking melodrama? Can we fucking get back to the war? Oh my God! Oh my fucking God! Now we're horseback, right? Now we're on a date. Dude, this whole thing turned into a fucking WB teen. Like, this is like Dawson's Creek, man. This is unbearable. Jedi's. No, I'm squashing this shit in the motherfucking bud right now, okay? The modern conservative party wants nothing less than full-blown fascism, and that's all their actions show. If you still support the conservative party in the United States, I don't care what you call yourself, you support a fascist party. So enough of the motherfucking teetotaling and hand-wringing. Let's call these people what they are, which is overt and proud fascists. Look what's happening. What is it in? Was it Arizona? I have. There's a whole special episode I'm going to be doing probably tomorrow on this about the Wisconsin. It's in Wisconsin. Look up the Wisconsin Supreme Court and what is happening there if you want a little preview of what we're covering tomorrow. These fascists are destroying democracy. Period. Period. Enough of the motherfucking hand-wringing and excuses for the fucking fascists. Make this stop. Are we back to the war? What about Patton? What's going on with Patton? What's going on with Clark? What's going on with Montgomery? Dude, I don't care about what's going on with Eisenhower's dick. Is that his wife? Oh, it's his wife reading the newspaper. It's his wife reading the newspaper about him cheating on her. Oh, no, okay. Guys, this is unbearable. I can't believe there's another hour and a half of this.
Ike, you've got another command performance.
Oh, yeah, remember the war, Ike?
Good old Winnie.
Yeah, he phoned. He wants you to meet him again on his home field, King Arthur's castle.
Sounds like trouble. I haven't got time to fight with Churchill. I've got to worry about Hitler and Rommel. And believe me, I do worry about them.
Is that all?
War and Peace? This is not War and Peace. This is like Gone
Tell
with
Churchill
the Wind.
I'll be there.
War isn't hell, Lenny. It's Dawson's Creek. It's will she, won't she? Will she, won't she fuck me? That's what war is.
Be careful, he's brought reinforcements.
It's all right. I've brought the West Point varsity. Let's go, Brad.
Good luck, General Bradley. I'm afraid you'll need it.
I thought you'd be rooting for an American defeat.
Oh, no. I hope I've seen the last of theirs.
Why would anyone from Britain be rooting for an American defeat? What? Who wrote this? This sucks. Why does this suck so much? What the fuck? Oh, I thought you Britons wanted us to lose.
My dear friend Hitler, Schicklgruber, the house painter, has given General Rommel a free hand to increase the strength and firepower of the fortresses facing the English Channel. This is German news we recently secured.
The Germans want you to have it. Propaganda.
Perhaps. But those huge cannon were not manufactured in Hollywood. This is really General Erwin Rommel. Those tank traps and mines are painfully real. Thank you, Corporal. Turn it off. I take it you've come here to face us with a final and fateful decision.
Yes.
Those fortifications you have just seen make any attack so costly in human lives, we must seriously re-examine the whole question of a massive frontal assault against the beaches of France.
Mr. Prime Minister, we've postponed long enough.
Are you prepared to tell that to 1 million widows of the men you throw onto that devil's beach?
I don't think there'll be any million casualties.
You're quite sure of that, General?
I don't care how many defenses Rommel builds up. Without enough men behind them, we can't be stopped.
But it does have men, and damned good ones.
But not enough. Brad?
We're going to make sure the Germans won't know where the...
I wonder how historically accurate all this pushback from the UK leadership about, this is Operation Market Garden, I believe is what they're actually talking about. But it's amazing to see all the pushback and delay and all the fear mongering that there was going to be 1 million, potentially up to 1 million dead soldiers on the, in that beach area if they failed to take the beach. I mean, they really did feel like it was insurmountable. It's really amazing.
Invasion's coming from. Now, they'll have to station units from Norway all the way down to Spain. Now, that's thousands of miles of beaches, bays, inlets, fjords. And then simultaneously, we plan on hitting the Germans with a second invasion into the south of France. That will... 2 invasions? Absolutely insane. Well, we don't think so. We can trap half the German divisions in France between the two of them.
Oh, yes, and take so many men and landing craft away from a main invasion across the channel that both will be doomed. This is lunacy.
Not if we can drop enough men behind those fortifications to knock them out before D-Day.
Our people say that you have selected landing grounds completely unsuitable for glider landings and targets for your paratroopers impossible to hit in darkness.
Your 82nd and 101st Airborne Divisions
will suffer 70% losses in glider strength and at least 50% losses in paratroop strength before they even hit the ground.
Very impressive figures, but only figures.
Gentlemen, you'll find I believe in total democracy in these decisions. I'm perfectly willing to hear everyone out before having my own way.
And what is your own way?
We already have forces on the continent in Italy. I suggest they strike northward into Germany and enter Berlin by the back door.
Mr. Prime Minister, the Russian army is a lot closer to Berlin than we are.
That, my dear General, is precisely the point.
If you want to beat the Russians to Berlin, that's a political decision and not a military one. I'll have no part of it.
Oh, and do your orders suggest handing half of Europe over to the Russians?
My orders are simple. Enter the continent across the channel. Aim at the heart of Germany, not her rear end.
It's the only way to put the German army in a nutcracker, between ourselves and the Russians.
The only way. How well I remember our general saying that in the First World War.
You can't fight World War II with World War I thinking.
If the Russian army gains control of Western Europe, we'd all better start thinking of World War III.
We've got to fight this war first.
The impregnable West Wall.
To hell with the West Wall. There are no longer any fixed defenses.
There are no longer unlimited British lives to throw against them. Your plan is too risky. It must be called off now.
Mr. Prime Minister, you promised our president that England would join in the assault across the channel.
I may have then. And I may have changed my mind now. A politician's prerogative.
Well, sir, I'm a soldier, not a politician. My mind has not changed from the very beginning. My title is Supreme Commander. Now, does that mean anything? Is this my military command, or is it yours alone? If it isn't mine, you British have my resignation, here and now.
Are you asking the First Minister of the British Empire for unconditional surrender?
I'm asking for him to live up to his word.
Sometimes, my dear Ike, that is even more difficult. But I take no satisfaction in gaining my way if I know my way is inferior.
Don't start being reasonable. You only make it tougher.
That's my intention.
All right. This is how I see it. General Montgomery is absolutely right. We don't have enough landing craft to conduct 2 invasions at once. We'll take those intended for southern France and use them for the Channel instead.
Ruse.
My military consultant, Mr. Churchill, is also right. The West Wall has been strengthened too much. So we'll put 2 extra divisions on those landing craft and hit the beaches on schedule.
You've become a very dangerous man.
The time to get off our tails has arrived.
You have learned my secret of making any compromise that will let you get your own way. You're learning to be a politician. Someday, I do not doubt, you will run for president.
God forbid.
Prime Minister, it's just like that. He's totally convinced.
For God's sake, it's settled, done. I am in this thing with you to the end. And if it fails...
But just like that?
We'll go down together.
Okay. All right. Thanks, dog. This is so fucking cheesy, dude.
The 2 teams are getting ready for that big game.
This is fucking Corin City.
It will be more like Dante's Inferno. It is no longer a military secret that the Allies under General Eisenhower are planning to invade Hitler's Europe sometime this spring or summer. The massive supplies from the United States have been streaming across the Atlantic in ever-growing convoys. England has become an armed camp. Her coastal areas have been declared off bounds to all civilians, including newsmen like myself. As for Adolf Hitler, he has tightened the screws on the occupied countries in an attempt to destroy their underground forces. Frenchmen by the hundreds have been going to the Gestapo's gallows, and human shipments to the concentration camps from Holland, from Belgium, from Poland are increasing in size and cruelty every day. The German army under Rommel has been strengthening the massive Atlantic Wall and increasing the panzer units in the west, some of them recalled from the Russian front. The forces of good will soon meet the forces of evil on the playing fields of Europe, and the outcome will decide the future of free men for centuries.
Whatever it is, Tex, just leave it.
Wanted to talk to you about a Ferris Bueller, sir. Quite the troublemaker.
It's something personal, but with the invasion so close, I figure it's now or never for me. Wondered if you might reconsider.
That again. Would I transfer you to a combat unit?
Yes, sir.
No.
I don't want to miss this show. I'm a soldier. I'm not an office boy. The world's on fire, and I'm sitting here with a squirt gun.
No. And I want to say it again. Look, Tex, I do understand. I don't want this. I'm sitting back here because General Marshall says sit. And if I say keep shuffling papers, you keep shuffling. Understand?
Understood.
I swear to if she walks in the room, okay, I'm about to flip out. If she was going to walk in the room and it was another 20 minutes of their love story.
Patton's here.
Beetle.
Ooh, we get some Patton.
6 weeks till D-Day. And our supplies aren't complete yet.
We're on schedule, Ike. Don't worry.
My God, I wish I were leading the assault instead of sitting here.
Well, you can't fight a war with all Indians and no chiefs.
I know, I was just saying the same thing to Tex. Anything new in the Gaul?
No, still stuck in the same groove. He won't help with the invasion unless FDR lets him run the French show.
Any more good news?
Yes. Old Blood and Guts is here.
Tell him to cool his heels for a few minutes. It's good for the soul.
I don't have a soul, Ike, and you know it. Now put me up in a firing squad and let's get this whole thing over with, whatever it is.
Whatever it is. You shoot your mouth off about the English and us dividing up the world after the war. You forget about a Russian ally, remember? They've been thinking of burying you in Lenin's tomb. He's agreed to move over.
We're just talking to a bunch of women. Didn't know some of them were reporters.
George, you put your foot in your mouth more often than a jackass in a fucking contest. I thought maybe finally you had learned your lesson. Remember what you wrote me after you slapped those 2 soldiers in the hospital?
I apologize, didn't I? 2 yellow lily-livered cowards.
That's just what I'm talking about.
Ike, brave men don't cry. I mean, there were courageous lads dying in the beds all around them. Teaching those whiners a lesson, that's all. Oh, forget about that. Put yourself in my place now, parading up and down the southern coast, taking phony photographs, issuing phony orders.
There's a reason for all that.
So the Krauts will think that I'm commanding the invasion and we're going to hit them at Calais, when all the time it's Monty who's going to command the invasion and hit them in Normandy. And I'm nothing but a department store dummy. Throw up every night just thinking about it. Mike, I am 10 times the leader that little British tin soldier is, and you know it.
And that little British tin soldier has 10 times as much sense as you have. Plus Winston Churchill and the whole British Empire behind you.
Ike, give me a command. A battalion.
That's not the point, George.
A company. A platoon.
That's not the point.
They want you to ship me back, don't they, huh? All those kissy brass buttons.
George, will you shut up?
I'll apologize. I'll make a public apology to the Russians. They won't be upset.
Not upset, furious. And not just the Russians. FDR, Congress, the press, and George Marshall.
Patton was way off the fucking base. He was. I
really done it this time, haven't I?
I mean, because he was all like casually talking about, we're gonna carve off, we're gonna take this, we're gonna take that. This is how we divide up the world, and of course, Russia wasn't part of that conversation. So the whole alliance was like, what the fuck, FDR? What the fuck is going on, dude? I thought we're gonna because the agreement was that everybody's going to go back to the way things were before Germany started. Of course, it didn't end that way. Russia, as Patton pointed out, Russia did all kinds of things against the agreement, took a bunch of extra stuff after World War II. We left France, we left Japan, we left Germany, we gave Germany back to the Germans. And Russia took a few things for themselves. And here's Patton over here basically talking like a full-blown emperor-conqueror. Yeah,
Marshall was nailing you to the wall because of me, isn't he? All I really wanted was a chance to redeem myself. I wanted to take a column of tanks and kick the living hell out of those obscene supermen. I wanted my boys to march down the Unter der Linden and show those goose-stepping krauts how to win a war.
Yeah.
God knows I don't want to sit out the rest of the only war I was born in the right century for.
Ukraine as well, right? Hello, Ghost of Evan. Sorry to hear about your death.
But I'm sick to the stomach to think of what my big mouth has caused you in the way of trouble. So, I will do the only thing that can help you. I am resigning my commission as an officer in the United States Army, effective immediately.
The biggest amphibious operation in history. It's about to be launched.
It's happening, Ghost, big time.
And I need all the help man and God can give me.
Yeah, Lenny, they showed that.
You taught me everything I know about tank warfare, George. You wrote the book. I'm giving you immediate command of the United States Third Army. Just keep your big mouth shut and get me some victories, so everyone will think I'm a genius. Because for once what you said made sense. My job is on the line, too. So remember, don't let me down. You see how wrong you were, George? Brave men do cry.
What? What? Patton did not cry.
Gentlemen, His Majesty the King.
We are gathered here in old St. Paul's School, the leaders of the armed forces of the nations of the free world. England, which once stood alone, greets with gratitude and hope the military commanders of the Commonwealth nations of Australia, Canada, India, New Zealand, the Republic of China, the nation of Czechoslovakia, the Republic of France, the nation of Holland, the nation of Italy, the nation of Poland, the Union of South Africa, and the United States of America. We are alone no longer.
Yeah, it's a huge event. It's a big-ass deal. Easily the most powerful alliance ever created in the history of man. Right here.
We must never underrate the power of the German machine. I, for one, long had my doubts about confronting it along the Channel coast. But, gentlemen, I am hardening towards this enterprise. The fearsome task must be done, and it must be done soon. I shall only repeat what I said in England's darkest hour. Let the great cities of Paris, of Rome, of Warsaw, of Prague, of Vienna banish despair. their liberation is sure. The day will come when the joy bells will ring again throughout Europe, and when victorious nations will plan and build in justice, in tradition, and in freedom. A house of many mansions, where there will be room for all.
All right, is this Market Garden? I hope it was really this epic.
The entire front of our attack will be over 60 miles long. The Americans will be on the right, at Utah Beach and Omaha Beach. The British and Canadian forces will be on the left, at Gold, Juneau, and Sword Beaches. By the end of the first day, we hope to break out our armored forces in the area beyond Caen, where our British tanks can knock about a bit. The landings will include 156,000 men, 5,000 ships, and 11,000 aircraft. Participating eventually will be a total force of 2 million men.
Huge.
Good hunting, all.
Give us the name.
We must cross the channel with our convoys at night. We need moonlight for our airborne assaults. And we must attack at low tide in order to remove the tank traps along the beaches. Only 2 periods next month offer the proper combination of moon, tide, and sunrise. June 5th, 6th, and 7th. June 19th, 20th, and 21st. Without good weather and the help of the French people, none of our plans can succeed. So the next few weeks will tell if the Lord is on our side.
Do it when weather's the best. Weird that they didn't give the name. When are they going to get to the damn name? This is Operation Market Garden, right? Oh my God, more suicide doors. Lenny is triggered. It's just all suicide doors, dude. It was like the trendiest thing.
He's right not to want to cooperate. Would not make any difference to Charlie de Gaulle if he was in the wrong. He would never be swayed by anything so mundane as common sense or logic. Unfortunately, the Almighty in his wisdom did not see fit to create Frenchmen in the image of Englishmen.
But he's got to broadcast to the French resistance before we start landing. He's the only one to listen to.
The problem is, my dear General, he knows it too.
He looks as sore as a mule with a burr up his saddle.
Exquisitely phrased. Well, I've done all I can with him. It's now your turn.
What do you think I should do?
Charming, my dear, charming. Ah, mon general, enchanté. Right this way, mon general.
Hitler, we hope, has been tricked into believing our assault will land here in the Pas-de-Calais. Now, on D-Day, we're sending hundreds of ships and bombers in that direction, as though the invasion force was going that way. But in reality, our objective is the...
Okay, so this isn't Operation Market Garden. Okay. Thank you, Zeo Dude. What was the name of this one?
Beaches of Normandy, here. General de Gaulle, you will have the honor on D-Day of making the first broadcast to the French underground and the French people to help us in every way. Within 48 hours, weather permitting, Allied armies will be on French soil.
By whose authority?
By my authority, as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
And by the authority of the President of the United States.
Did anyone bother to consult the people of France for their authority? Only Charles de Gaulle has the right to give them orders. Until this very day, I have been kept away in Algiers, in ignorance of your plans for my country. Because I refused to allow Monsieur Roosevelt to choose the leader of France.
My dear General de Gaulle.
I am not finished. On D-Day, acting under the instructions of your president, you intend to take control of my country. And Monsieur Churchill will approve. You expect Charles de Gaulle to cooperate? Je ne suis pas fou.
Thank you, Zeo.
I have not come here for my daily French dictée lesson, General.
A pity.
A fact. How do you expect Britain to take a position separate from the United States?
How do you expect de Gaulle to take a position separate from the destiny of France?
But we don't, sir.
Oh, and do you speak for Monsieur Churchill? Has he separated himself from the destiny of England?
Never. This is something you should know. Each time we must choose between Europe and the open sea, we shall always choose the open sea. Each time I must choose between you and Roosevelt, I shall always choose Roosevelt.
Now you propose to give me an English dictate lesson.
I propose to give you nothing but the facts of life. Will you accept them and use the tremendous influence you have with the people of France to broadcast a message to them to cooperate with the Allied forces to the utmost? Or will you play dog in the manger and make it well nigh impossible for us to bring France the freedom she so desperately deserves?
Freedom? What kind of freedom is it when the British government is already printing French money to be used in my country by your occupying armies?
Only a practicality, General.
An insult! I shall order the people of France not to honor 1 centime!
What?
General de Gaulle.
No fucking way it was actually like this. Is this guy for fucking real? Is the entirety of France for fucking real? No way it went down like this.
I never understood before why Joan of Arc was burned at the stake. Thank you for correcting my ignorance for a while. And the best of British luck to you, Ike.
So he's not going to tell the French underground and the French people about this massive invasion of a German occupied territory of France. So he's not going to do that because he's all insulted that they're already printing French currency because, you know, to have it ready for once they're occupying France. I mean, no way it went. I mean, really? I mean, honestly, that is so fucking petty. That is so incredibly petty. No way it went down like that. This guy's like, oh, France, I'm gonna fall.
I want to speak to you soldier to soldier. On D-Day, men of the American 82nd and 101st Airborne will be jumping at night near some air release. Now, when they land, with the best of luck, they'll be helpless for 40 seconds while getting out of their chutes. Many will die in that 40 seconds unless they get help.
From French men?
Yes. From your French underground. That's the only place help can come. Only you can give the order. I'm asking for that help, General de Gaulle. Without it, the invasion could fail.
First, I must be recognized as the sole authority in my country.
You don't need me to give you that authority. You don't need Roosevelt. You don't need Churchill. You have it. And Roosevelt knows that, even if he won't accept it publicly.
Then he must be helped to accept it. In fact...
Well, what are you asking me to do? To give my word that I'll defy the President of the United States? Well,
is this guy serious? He's holding up the whole thing because he won't be acknowledged as the sole emperor of fucking France? What?
Damn it, I'll put my job on the line right now and tell you that I will accept no power in France except Charles de Gaulle.
You will oppose your own president, your commander-in-chief?
If that's what I have to do, yes. I have that power under military necessity. This is no time for politics. And your Free French troops will be the first into Paris when we liberate it. You have my promise. Now, this is what I'm going to say in my broadcast to France on D-Day. You can change it any way you want if you think I'm trying to steal your thunder. Now, will you go on the radio, too? And will you personally order...
I don't know, Jadox. What do you think?
French underground and the French people to help us. The success of D-Day may depend on your broadcast.
I will read this over and make my decision.
Yeah, go sniff some farts, Frenchie. What the fuck, man? France doesn't even exist in this current second time. It's Germany, dude. You have zero leverage. You're even lucky to be here. Well, I have a problem with military leaders
from the west over the
in
channel,
political
gusting
power.
over 40 miles per hour. Precipitation 2.11 inches,
I
continuing
don't think
heavy.
he should have been president.
It's foul weather. The birds are not only walking, some of them I don't doubt are swimming. What about tomorrow, Jack? Well, it's not good, but it's not altogether bad. Someone's gone and knocked a bloody big hole in the weather, and if I were a church-going man, I might have an explanation. But as a scientist, I can only report facts. It should begin to clear, and we should have some relatively good weather, lasting perhaps 36
Well,
hours.
I have no idea who it is.
After which it
Jadok,
should return to its present foul and British nature, as there is another storm in the North Atlantic on its way in. Mind you, meteorology is not yet an exact science. I wouldn't throw away my galoshes yet if I were you. There's just the chance it could be wrong. On the other hand, it could be right.
Will our gliders and paratroops have low enough winds and sufficient visibility to land?
Truthfully, I can't say. Maybe yes, maybe no.
Will you take milk or lemon? Or don't you care to predict?
Captain Burns, 3 airborne divisions will be landing in this weather of yours. Now, exactly what will it be like tomorrow over the channel on the French coast? This is life or death for 250,000 kids. I need an answer.
To answer that question, sir, I'd have to be a fortune teller, not a meteorologist. I have no talent for tea leaves, General Eisenhower.
Well, you must have a talent for something or you wouldn't be here. Now, this storm coming from the west, would the Germans know when it'll land?
No, sir. We have weather stations to the west of the British Isles. The Germans don't.
What would they think?
If they're watching their barometers, they'd probably think that anyone who'd launch an air or sea attack in the next few days would have to be daft.
If we postpone again, it'll be 2 weeks before moon and tides are favorable.
Yes, 2 weeks. Weather permitting.
This was a huge decision. And luck was on the Ally side. Luck was on the Ally side, but this was a huge decision.
Any opinions, Brad?
Well, we don't know when the weather's going to lift. I'm afraid, Ike, I think it's highly questionable.
Monty?
If I were you, Ike, I would say go. Fortunately, I'm not you.
Fortunately.
Mallory?
Welcome back, Davey.
If the weather blows our gliders and paratroopers off target, we stand to lose 500,000 lives and possibly the war. Much too chancy, General.
We're doing it.
Okay, we'll go.
Woo! Woo! Robert Duvall. I'm gonna start talking like dudes from the 40s. No, this was a huge decision, and it was the right decision. The weather cleared up at the exact right time. Yeah, the weather cleared up at the exact right time.
Tex, give me a few minutes alone out there. A lot of these boys aren't coming back. They know damn well whose idea this airdrop was. They may not be very happy to see me, but I gotta see them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. color up the stars on the license plate. They're no generals. Here, nice day.
Of course.
Sir? Ike, it's going to clear. You have my word.
I told him not to do this.
He has to.
Bueller! I got Ferris Bueller killed in World War II, dude. I'm bummed.
Hey, that's Mike. It is Mike.
Hey, Dick. One of the soldiers just opens up fire on him. One of the soldiers just unloads on Ike.
It's all right, Captain. This isn't a dress parade. It's all right. Relax. At ease. Light 'em up. Anybody got a spare cigarette?
I got one of mine, Ike.
Thanks. Best part about my job is I get to shake hands with a lot of brave men.
Hey, Ike! Would you autograph my shorts in order for me, please, sir?
How did you save this much money in the Army?
Well, I don't like girls, sir.
Anybody here from Kansas?
Ain't that in Texas someplace?
Maybe they bought it. Texas is all right. I was born there.
I'm from Waco.
Waco, how are you, son? It's good ranch country.
You got it. Our man runs 600 head of ornery longhorns.
Well, if you need an extra hand, I may ask for a job after we win this war.
Well, if I'm not there, I just ask my old man.
We're with you all the way, Ike. Look out, Hitler, here we come.
Yes, sir.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right. So bitchin' Hitler. That Hitler, man, we're gonna show him, boy. I tell you what. Hitler don't know what's seen coming in. Open, Lord. There's another hour and a half of this. I gotta go walk the dog.
Well, it's on. No one can stop it now.
Damn. Damn. This is another hour and a half ago, an hour and a half ago. they needed to like cut the romance shit by like 30%. This is a good spot too. This is a good spot. All right, folks,
watching.
there you
If you'd like to
go.
help us produce more compelling historical content like
Big
this,
props to
please like,
Lionheart
comment below,
Filmworks
and
here.
share this video
Thank
with
you,
fellow
Lionheart
history buffs.
Filmworks.
And of course,
Thank you so much, Lionheart Filmworks. Well, there you go, folks. That's the first two parts. Now that you're hooked, now that you got to see the conclusion, Operation Overlord, the invasion of France. Yeah, no, I mean, it's fine, Zeo Duke. It's fine. It's not, it's hard to fish this stuff up in the torrent world, and take it from experience. A lot of this stuff is not torrented, torrented properly, Are we going to raid Rezavier? I don't know. Do I know Rezavier? Does anyone want to watch Rezavier? If you want to go watch Rezavier, go watch Rezavier. I don't want to force people to go watch people. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. I was having a great time. I had no idea that there was going to be so much cheesy Gone with the Wind style melodrama. Yeah, okay, whatever, sure. That's fine. All right. If you say so, Jidox. I don't know. You've been around long enough, I think I kind of trust you. I think we can do that. So how do we do this? Is it like this? Yeah. So raid Shadow Legends. There you go. Raid's been created. 3-4 viewers are ready to raid. Okay. Okay, goodbye. Is it going to do the thing? I want to watch Bill. Okay, I got to click the button. Okay. Oh, I see. That sets it up then when I hit stop streaming. All right, everybody. Well, good spelling skills, I would say. I just copied and paste. I'm not talented. But I hope you enjoyed that. Big props to Zeo Duke, Lenny, Snowmobile. Wow, Snowmobile Pro stuck around the whole time. Thank you. Thank you, Lenny. Thank you, Davey. Thank you, Jidox, for coming in. All you lurkers out there, Ghost of Evan. Thank you for coming in, Ghost of Evan. Very much appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed that. No, you won't leave me. We're gonna do the thrilling conclusion to this movie tomorrow. I kind of forgot that it was this long, so we're gonna do it. Look forward to tomorrow for us to finish this. For us to finish this movie, we can see how does Ike cheat on his wife, or does America win World War II? I don't know. You'll have to come back and find out. The thrilling answer only on the News Underground. Do we watch Eisenhower melodrama? Is that it? Did it do it? Did it go? Oh, I think it did. I did. It's gone. Okay. All right. Bye. Bye, everybody.